Hazelnut Chocolate Spread is a chocolate-flavored paste containing hazelnuts. It is mostly spreaded on bread or other pastries and favored by people at any ages, especially children. It usually contains cocoa powder, emulsifiers, milk in the form of whey or skim milk, and additional flavoring. We have conducted a different spike comparison test for this project. The objective of this project is to determine whether there is a detectable differences between two brands of hazelnut chocolate spread and to determine whether the two samples are same or different without specifying the attribute of the potential difference. For this project, we have chosen two different brands of hazelnut chocolate spread as our samples, which are Nutella and Gardenia Delicia. Nutella is the most famous and favorable hazelnut chocolate spread across the globe. The history behind this marvelous creation was as a smart solution to a tricky problem, which is the shortage of cocoa supplies following World War II during 1946. Gardenia Delicia was made here in Malaysia and it tastes almost the same like Nutella. However, there are some differences between their ingredients, causing a little bit differences in their texture and flavor. The null hypothesis for this project is the panelists cannot detect the differences between the two brands of hazelnut chocolate spread that are very slightly in the ingredient content, while the alternative hypothesis is the panelists can detect the differences between the two brands of hazelnut chocolate spread that are very slightly in the ingredient content. Our project involved 60 panelists. Half of them were trained panelists and half of them were untrained panelists. Most of them are the students of Faculty of Science and Technology, while there are some panelists from the other faculties such as Faculty of Sharia and Law and also from Faculty of Quranic Studies. Next, we move on to the tests and procedures. The Nutella and Gardenia Delicia were designated to be sample A and B respectively. Small plastic cups have been used as the containers for both samples, where each of the container contains a spoonful of the spread samples. Bread was used as the carrier in this test. By using the master sheet which have been prepared earlier, the spread samples will be served to the panelists by using 4 types of permutation, which is the serving order to prevent bias. The 4 types of permutations are AA, AB, BB, and BA. By referring to the master sheet, the score sheet were being prepared by filling in the samples number, which are the 3 random digit numbers. The 3-digit random numbers that were used to code the samples were selected randomly from Appendix 1, which is Table of Random Digits. The containers were then labeled with those 3-digit random number according to the master sheet. before being arranged in the tray together with the carrier, score sheet, pencil, and distilled water. Next, the tray was then being served to the panelists, where one panelist got one tray with 2 samples, a score sheet, 2 pieces of bread, distilled water, and a pencil. The panelists were asked to determine whether the 2 samples are same or different after they have tasted it together with the bread. Next, let us see the results from this project. Can the panelists detect that the 2 samples are same or different? Out of 60 panelists that involved in this sensory project, 39 of them correctly answered the question in the score sheet, while the rest of them were wrong. By percentage, 65% of the panelists give correct response, while 35% of them give incorrect response. Based on the data analysis that have been carried out after we got the results from this analysis, all the 3 statistical methods, which is Rosler test, chi-square, and z-test, that were used to analyze the data, showed that the Nutella spread is significantly different from the Gardenia Delicia spread. Therefore, the null hypothesis is rejected. From the project that have been carried out, it can be concluded that most of the panelists could detect the differences between the 2 brands of hazelnut chocolate spread, which are Nutella and Gardenia Delicia spread. And it also can be said that both of the spread brands are actually different from each other. Therefore, the objective of this test was accomplished.
وما يستوي البحران هذا عذب فرات سائغ شرابه وهذا ملح أجاج ومن كل تأكلون لحما طريا وتستخرجون حلية تلبسونها وترى الفلك فيه مواخر ولتبتغوا من فضله ولعلكم تشكرون.